In a small village where the earth is hard and the skies seem perpetually gray, Emily's dreams of something more are buried under the weight of her family's struggles. With each passing day, she toils in the fields, her hands calloused from labor, her heart aching with the yearning for a life she can barely imagine. She knows that love for someone like her is a luxury she can't afford, not when the harvest comes first and the debts are never paid off. But then, John walks into her life, a man with shining eyes, dressed in clothes too fine for the dirt beneath their feet, with a smile that makes her forget the world around her. He's different, wealthy, powerful, and not from this humble place. But there's something about the way he looks at her that makes her believe for the first time in years that love, perhaps, is within her reach. Yet, their worlds couldn't be more different. John's parents, with their high society expectations, won't ever accept Emily, her poverty, her background, the life that she's tied to by birth and circumstance. And for John, the pressure to conform to the dreams his family has laid out for him is suffocating. Despite the odds, Emily and John fall for each other, their hearts binding them together in a love that defies their worlds. But the day will come when they have to choose. Will they follow the path that's been chosen for them? Or will they fight for a life built on love, no matter the cost? When John's family insists that he marry someone of his own status, and Emily is faced with the possibility of losing him forever, the quiet village and its narrow streets suddenly feel far too small to hold the dreams they've dared to share. Can love truly conquer all, or will it wither under the weight of their family's disapproval? As the tension between duty and desire mounts, one thing is clear. Their love is about to be tested in ways neither of them could have imagined. The question is, will they choose to fight for each other, or will they walk away, knowing that the world they dream of can never be more than a fleeting hope? Keywords are the foundation of YouTube SEO because they help the platform understand what your video is about and ensure that it gets recommended to the right audience. In the context of YouTube, keywords can be defined as the words and phrases that people use to search for content. When you strategically place these keywords in your video's metadata, like the title, description, tags, and even within the video itself, it increases the likelihood of your content appearing in relevant search results, recommended videos, and trending sections. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, and its algorithm relies heavily on keywords to determine which videos to surface. When you use specific, relevant keywords, your video has a better chance of appearing in search results when users search for terms related to your content. For instance, if your video is about how to make spaghetti, your title and description should contain keywords like spaghetti, recipe, and cooking tips. Using specific keywords ensures that your video reaches people who are looking for exactly what you're offering. For example, if you create content about budget-friendly skincare, the keywords in your video should reflect that exact niche: affordable skincare, drugstore skincare products, skincare on a budget. This helps YouTube understand that your video caters to people who want affordable solutions, which in turn attracts the right viewers. By using keywords correctly, you can boost your video's visibility on YouTube. This is especially true when you choose both broad and long-tail keywords. Broad keywords help you appear in more general searches, e.g., skincare routine, but long-tail keywords, more specific, like best budget skincare for dry skin, help you rank for niche topics with less competition, making it easier to attract views. The right mix of broad and long-tail keywords will increase your video's chances of being discovered. The title of your video should include the primary keyword or key phrase that best represents the content. The title is one of the first things YouTube looks at to understand what your video is about, so make sure it is concise, clear, and contains your target keyword. For example, if you're posting a tutorial on how to use Photoshop, your title could be Photoshop Tutorial for Beginners, How to Create Stunning Designs. The description provides more context about the video, so it's important to naturally incorporate your keywords here. Start with the most important keywords early in the description because YouTube's algorithm looks at the first 150 characters. In the body of the description, try to add related keywords without stuffing them awkwardly. For example, in a video about photography tips, you could write, "In this photography tutorial, I'll show you expert tips for using a DSLR camera and capturing professional photos." Tags are another essential place to add keywords. They help YouTube associate your video with similar content and make it more discoverable. Use a combination of broad and specific tags to cover a wide range of search queries. For instance, if your video is about dog training for puppies, relevant tags could include dog training, puppy training tips, obedience training for puppies, and how to train a dog. Adding captions to your videos allows YouTube to understand your content better because it transcribes your speech. Ensure that the captions contain your relevant keywords, as YouTube can index them for search. Also, the captions make your content more accessible, increasing the potential to reach a wider audience. Mentioning important keywords in your video can also help with ranking. If you speak directly to the camera and mention key phrases like how-to, tutorial, or specific terms relevant to your content, YouTube's algorithm will understand the focus of the video. This is particularly important because YouTube uses speech recognition to index videos. Using these specific keywords ensures that YouTube understands your video is about vegan pasta recipes and will rank it higher for related searches. Videos with well-optimized keywords are more likely to rank higher in search results and get recommended to the right audience. With a higher ranking and better discoverability, you're more likely to attract views from interested users, leading to increased engagement, likes, comments, shares. Keywords help YouTube's algorithm match your video with viewers' search intent and suggested video lists, making it easier for potential subscribers to find your content. By using specific, relevant keywords in the right places, you optimize your video for discoverability and set yourself up for long-term success on YouTube. Thumbnails are one of the most critical elements when it comes to increasing your YouTube video's click-through rate, CTR. A thumbnail is the first visual impression a viewer gets of your video, often influencing whether they decide to click on your content or skip over it. YouTube's algorithm doesn't just rely on keywords and titles. It also takes into account how visually appealing and engaging your thumbnail is to potential viewers. In a sea of videos, users often make quick decisions about which video to watch based on the thumbnail alone. An eye-catching and well-designed thumbnail grabs the viewer's attention and encourages them to click. A good thumbnail can significantly increase the chances of your video being viewed, regardless of how well the title or description is optimized. The click-through rate, CTR, is a metric that measures how often people click on your video when they see it in search results or recommendations. A visually appealing and relevant thumbnail can increase your CTR, which in turn boosts your video's ranking on YouTube. Higher CTR signal to YouTube that people are interested in your video, leading to more exposure and potentially higher rankings. Thumbnails give users a glimpse of what to expect from the video. A clear, relevant, and visually compelling thumbnail will set expectations for the viewer about the video's content. If the thumbnail is misleading or unclear, viewers might skip the video, causing a drop in views, poor engagement, and possibly a decrease in your video's ranking. Always use high-resolution images for your thumbnails. Low-quality or blurry images can give the impression that your video is unprofessional or untrustworthy. Ideally, your thumbnail image should be 1280 by 720 pixels with a 16:9 aspect ratio, which is the standard size recommended by YouTube. Avoid using blurry screenshots, as they make the video appear cheap or poorly made. If you include text on your thumbnail, ensure that it is large, bold, and easy to read, even on small screens, since many people watch YouTube on mobile devices. The text should be used sparingly, just enough to add context or emphasize the main point of the video. Keep it short and sweet, like how to cook or top 5 tips, so it complements the visual elements without overwhelming the image. Use contrasting colors between the text and the background so that the text pops and is easier to read. For example, use white or yellow text on a dark background or black text on a light background. Thumbnails that feature close-up shots of faces tend to perform better. Humans are naturally drawn to faces, so showcasing an expressive face in your thumbnail can help build a connection with the potential viewer. For instance, if your video is a tutorial or reaction, showing an excited or surprised face can evoke curiosity, prompting viewers to click. A well-lit, expressive close-up of yourself or a featured person in the video can make the thumbnail more compelling. If you want to build a brand around your channel, your thumbnails should reflect your channel's identity. Consistent use of fonts, colors, and a specific style will make your content more recognizable and professional. Over time, viewers will come to associate your style with your channel, and your videos will stand out in their feed, increasing the likelihood that they will click on them. Use the same color scheme or a consistent filter on all your thumbnails to create a cohesive look across all your videos. You can also use a logo or branding element, such as a specific font or border, to help make your thumbnails instantly identifiable. Try to include images that clearly convey what the video is about and promise value to the viewer. If you're creating a tutorial, consider using images that show the action or result of what is being taught, e.g., a photo of the finished dish for a cooking video or a product demo for a tech review. Thumbnails that show results or action tend to engage users more effectively because they give the viewer a tangible sense of what they can expect from the video. If the video is about something exciting or dramatic, like a prank, surprise, or special reveal, capture that moment in the thumbnail. For instance, if your video reveals a new product, you could capture a shot of you holding the product with a surprised expression, paired with bold text like "Unboxing the new XYZ." While it can be tempting to use exaggerated or misleading thumbnails to trick people into clicking, this can lead to higher bounce rates and lower viewer retention. If viewers feel they've been misled by your thumbnail, they're more likely to leave your video quickly, which negatively impacts your video's rankings. YouTube values user satisfaction, and if your video has a high drop-off rate, the algorithm will reduce its visibility in search results and recommendations. Ensure your thumbnail accurately reflects the content of your video. If it's a product review, the thumbnail should depict the product. If it's a tutorial, show the process or the outcome. The thumbnail should entice, not deceive. Thumbnails aren't static. You can and should experiment with different designs to see which types of thumbnails perform best for your audience. Tools like YouTube Analytics can provide valuable insights into how your thumbnails are performing in terms of click-through rates. Over time, you can fine-tune your approach and adapt based on the data. Consider A/B testing different thumbnail designs for similar videos to see which one gets more clicks. Many creators also use tools like Canva, Photoshop, or Adobe Spark to create professional-looking thumbnails. Let's say you're posting a video on 5 easy home workouts to lose belly fat. A well-crafted thumbnail for this video might feature a high-quality close-up shot of you doing an exercise, showing energy and movement. Bold text like "Lose belly fat fast," with bright colors like yellow or white that stand out against a contrasting background. A clean, clear background that doesn't distract from the main focus of the image. A logo or consistent branding element, like a small icon in the corner to build brand identity. A well-designed thumbnail can significantly increase your click-through rate, which is a key metric in determining how often your video gets recommended by YouTube. When your thumbnail captures attention and accurately represents the video, viewers are more likely to engage with your content, like comment, share, or subscribe. Consistent, branded thumbnails help build recognition among your audience, making your videos instantly identifiable and helping you build a loyal following. Crafting engaging thumbnails is an art that involves combining high-quality visuals, strategic design, and clear messaging. A compelling thumbnail increases the chances of attracting viewers, improving CTR, and ultimately growing your channel. By using high-quality images, bold text, and thoughtful design, you can create thumbnails that not only stand out but also drive the right audience to your videos. Your video title is one of the most important factors in determining its visibility and engagement on YouTube. It's often the first thing potential viewers see when scrolling through search results, recommendations, or social media. A well-crafted, compelling title can significantly increase the click-through rate, CTR, and in turn, boost your video's ranking on YouTube. A title is the first piece of information viewers get about your video. If your title doesn't capture their attention or convey what the video is about, they're likely to skip over it and move on to the next option. A good title should intrigue viewers and make them want to click on your video. YouTube's algorithm uses video titles, along with other factors like keywords, to determine where videos should appear in search results and recommendations. A title that includes relevant and targeted keywords helps YouTube understand what your video is about and boosts its chances of showing up in search queries related to that topic. Compelling titles directly influence your video's CTR, which is one of the key metrics YouTube uses to assess video popularity. A high CTR signals to YouTube that your video is interesting and relevant to viewers, increasing its chances of being recommended to a broader audience. One of the most critical aspects of crafting a good title is ensuring that it contains keywords relevant to the topic of your video. These keywords help YouTube understand the subject matter of your video and allow it to appear in search results for those terms. Make sure to do keyword research before deciding on your title to find the best keywords related to your video content. Use tools like Google Trends, YouTube's autocomplete, or TubeBuddy to identify popular search terms related to your video topic. Incorporating these keywords into your title increases the chances of your video ranking higher in search results. Clarity is crucial when it comes to YouTube titles. Viewers need to know exactly what the video is about when they read the title. Avoid vague or overly generic titles that don't provide enough information about the content. Instead, be as specific as possible to give potential viewers a clear idea of what to expect. Use numbers, lists, or time frames to make your title more specific. For example, instead of simply titling a video "Cooking Tips," a more specific title would be 5 Easy Cooking Tips for Busy Weeknights. This tells viewers exactly what they will learn and gives them a reason to click. Power words are emotionally charged or action-driven words that grab attention and spark curiosity. Words like amazing, incredible, ultimate, best, secret, or how to create an emotional connection and intrigue, encouraging people to click on your video. These words imply value, excitement, or exclusivity. Phrases like must watch, shocking, or you won't believe can make your title more engaging, but use them sparingly. Titles should always accurately reflect the content, so avoid overusing clickbait tactics that can result in viewer disappointment. A good title should have a hook, something that piques the viewer's curiosity. A hook could be a surprising element, a promise of useful information, or a teaser that makes the viewer want to learn more. This is especially important for videos like tutorials, product reviews, or storytelling. Use phrases like, here's why, what happens next, or you won't believe to give your audience a reason to click and watch. However, ensure that the hook is relevant to the content to avoid misleading your audience. YouTube titles should be clear and concise, typically around 60 characters or less. Longer titles can get cut off in search results or mobile views, making them less effective. Try to convey the main point of your video in as few words as possible while maintaining clarity. Avoid overstuffing your title with keywords. While keywords are essential for SEO, a cluttered title can look spammy and turn potential viewers off. Aim for a natural, engaging title that still includes important keywords. Titles that suggest time-sensitive information or exclusive content can create a sense of urgency, compelling viewers to click. FOMO can be a powerful motivator. Viewers may click on a video if they feel like they might miss out on something important. Use words like now, limited time, or don't miss to suggest that viewers need to watch your video sooner rather than later. For instance, how to lose weight fast, 7 tips you need to know now, creates a sense of urgency. Just like thumbnails, video titles can be optimized over time based on performance data. YouTube provides analytics to help you see how well your video is performing in terms of CTR. If a particular video isn't performing as expected, you can try tweaking the title to make it more compelling. Consider A/B testing different titles for the same video. You can test variations to see which version attracts more clicks and performs better in search results. Let's say you're creating a video on DIY home office setup. Instead of a simple title like Home Office Ideas, a more compelling title could be. These titles include specific numbers, promises, and emotional hooks, e.g., ultimate or transform, which grab attention and encourage viewers to click. While clickbait may initially increase your CTR, it can damage your channel in the long run. If your title misrepresents the content of the video, viewers will quickly leave, leading to a higher bounce rate. This negatively affects video performance and may lower your video's ranking in YouTube's algorithm. Always ensure that your title aligns with the content of your video. Be honest about what viewers can expect and avoid misleading or deceptive titles. While keywords are essential for SEO, cramming too many keywords into your title can make it sound unnatural or spammy. This can turn off potential viewers and reduce your CTR. YouTube also recognizes this behavior and may rank your video lower if the title looks like keyword stuffing. Keep the title natural and reader-friendly. Focus on using the most relevant and high-impact keywords without overloading the title. Titles like My New Video or Tutorial 1 don't tell the viewer what to expect and fail to generate interest. Generic titles are unlikely to stand out in search results or recommendations, reducing your video's CTR. Avoid using vague or generic titles. Be specific and descriptive about what your video covers. Crafting compelling titles is an essential part of YouTube SEO. A well-thought-out title can significantly impact your video's visibility, CTR, and engagement. By using clear, specific keywords, adding hooks, and avoiding clickbait, you can create titles that grab attention, spark curiosity, and ultimately drive more views to your content. Don't forget to experiment with different titles. Keep them optimized for search and ensure they reflect the true value of your video. A YouTube thumbnail serves as the visual cover for your video. It's the first thing a potential viewer sees when browsing through YouTube, and it plays a critical role in determining whether they will click on your video. While the title and description are important, thumbnails are just as crucial for attracting attention, especially when users are scrolling through search results, recommendations, or their subscription feeds. An engaging and visually appealing thumbnail can dramatically increase your click-through rate, CTR, and boost your video's performance. YouTube is a highly visual platform where people tend to make quick decisions based on what catches their eye. A thumbnail is often the first visual representation of your video that viewers encounter, and it needs to stand out to grab attention. If your thumbnail is dull or unappealing, even the best title might not be enough to persuade someone to click. The click-through rate, CTR, is one of the key performance metrics YouTube uses to determine the success of your video. A higher CTR tells YouTube that your video is attractive and relevant to viewers. Since thumbnails directly affect CTR, they play an important role in helping your video rank better in search results and appear in recommendations. When potential viewers are scrolling through YouTube, they have only a split second to decide which video to click. Your thumbnail provides an immediate, visual summary of your video. If your thumbnail looks professional, intriguing, and relevant, it builds trust with the audience and increases the likelihood of them clicking on your video. Pixelated images can make your video seem unprofessional or untrustworthy. The recommended resolution for YouTube thumbnails is 1280 x 720 pixels, with a minimum width of 640 pixels. The aspect ratio should be 16:9, as this is the most commonly used aspect ratio in YouTube players and previews. Ensure that your thumbnail remains sharp and clear, even when viewed on smaller screens like mobile devices. This can be achieved by using high-quality images and designing with the smaller screen size in mind. Bright, bold colors stand out and capture attention more effectively. Thumbnails with contrasting colors, such as blue and yellow, red and white, or orange and black, tend to be more eye-catching than those with muted or similar tones. Bright colors help your thumbnail pop against the background of YouTube's interface, making it more likely to get clicked. Avoid using too many colors, as it can overwhelm the viewer. Instead, use a strong, contrasting color palette that complements the video's tone and theme. For example, if your video is about a lively or fun topic, bright colors like orange or yellow might work well. If it's a more serious topic, darker tones with contrasting highlights, such as red or white text, can convey that seriousness. Thumbnails featuring faces, especially close-ups, have been shown to increase engagement. Human faces are incredibly attention-grabbing, and they evoke an emotional connection, making viewers more likely to click. If the video involves a person or a personality, make sure to highlight their face clearly in the thumbnail. Use expressive faces, happy, surprised, curious, etc., to convey emotion. For example, if your video is about a surprising or exciting event, use an image where the subject looks shocked or excited. This can pique the viewer's curiosity about what's happening in the video. Adding text to your thumbnail can help clarify the video's topic and create intrigue. The text should be bold, readable, and to the point. It should complement the title and give additional context or provide a hook. The text should also be large enough to be readable even on smaller screens like mobile phones. Keep the text short and impactful, ideally between 3 to 5 words. Use a large, easy-to-read font with good contrast to the background. Avoid using too much text, as it can clutter the thumbnail and make it less appealing. If you're building a YouTube channel, it's important to create a consistent style for your thumbnails. This helps establish your brand and makes your videos easily recognizable. Using consistent colors, fonts, and a specific layout for your thumbnails will help viewers identify your content at a glance. This is especially important if you have a series or multiple videos on a similar theme. Consider creating a template for your thumbnails. Using a consistent design, such as placing the text in the same area or using a logo or watermark, can create a unified look across all your videos. Consistency in design reinforces your brand and makes it easier for viewers to recognize your content. Your thumbnail should promise the viewer what they will get from watching the video, whether it's valuable information, entertainment, or a surprise. If your video teaches something like a tutorial, show the result or end product in the thumbnail. If your video is about an event, use the thumbnail to convey the excitement or emotional reaction. Use the thumbnail to show a sneak peek of the content or highlight an important moment from the video. For example, if you're doing a before and after transformation, showing the after in the thumbnail is a good way to get people curious about the before. While it's important to make your thumbnail eye-catching, it's equally crucial not to overcrowd it with too many elements. Too much text, too many images, or a cluttered design can make the thumbnail confusing and unappealing. Keep the design simple, focused, and clean with a clear focal point. Limit the number of elements in the thumbnail. Ideally, there should be one central visual element, a face, an object, or an action, with complementary text. The goal is to provide just enough information to make the viewer want to click without overwhelming them. Like your video title, your thumbnail should be tested and refined for maximum effectiveness. YouTube provides analytics that can show you how your thumbnails are performing. If you notice that certain thumbnails aren't getting the expected number of clicks, try experimenting with different designs or elements. Use A/B testing to compare different thumbnail designs and see which one yields better CTR. Some YouTube tools, like TubeBuddy, offer thumbnail A/B testing features that can help you understand what works best for your audience. For tutorials or how-to videos, listing the steps with corresponding timestamps not only adds value for your viewers, but can also increase engagement by making the video easier to navigate. Encourage interaction by asking questions in your description or prompting viewers to leave comments. For example, what other tips would you like us to cover in future videos? Let us know in the comments. This creates an opportunity for engagement, which is a key factor in YouTube's ranking algorithm. More engagement signals to YouTube that the video is valuable, which can lead to better ranking. Respond to viewer comments to create a community atmosphere around your videos. Engaged viewers are more likely to return and share your content. If your video is part of a series or has specific branding, include that in the description. For instance, if you have a series of educational videos, mention it in every description to increase consistency across your channel. You can also add your channel name and a brief description of what your channel is about to further strengthen your branding. A consistent format for your descriptions helps create familiarity for your audience, allowing them to know what to expect from your content. Overusing keywords in your description can make it sound unnatural and hurt your ranking. Keep it natural while still targeting relevant search terms. Descriptions that are too brief may not provide enough information for both YouTube's algorithm and your viewers. Aim for a balance of detail and brevity. Without CTAs or relevant links, your description may miss an opportunity to encourage engagement or drive traffic to other content or products. Descriptions that are unclear or do not summarize the video effectively might confuse viewers and reduce the chance of them clicking on your video. Smith's first significant experience of her disintegrating reality occurs when she collapses at Camp Pendleton after being overwhelmed by a flash of memory. She had been perfectly fine until she encountered an intrusive vision. Soldiers in crystalline armor marching through a canyon, the air heavy with tension. These visions were not imagined. They were memories of something far older, far grander. In that moment, her sense of reality cracked open. The psychological impact was so severe that she physically fell backward, the rifle slipping from her hands as her mind reeled from the shock of these overwhelming alien memories. She was no longer just a soldier in the present, but a person pulled into the past, reliving experiences that were not part of her conscious life. As the story progresses, Smith finds herself increasingly unable to distinguish between her past and present lives. The visions she experiences are not the stuff of dreams or hallucinations. They are detailed, vivid recollections of a life lived long before her military service on Earth. She is not just seeing these ancient memories. She is feeling them, experiencing the emotions of a person who has lived through a devastating war. It is not just a past she never knew. It is a past that is deeply connected to her, as if she had lived it herself. These memories intrude upon her daily life, making it impossible to remain grounded in her current reality. In one of the most powerful scenes, Smith finds herself on Mars, exploring an alien archaeological site. As she walks through the ruins, she recognizes structures she had only seen in her visions, a sensation that leaves her trembling. The sense of déjà vu she feels is palpable, suggesting that these memories are not random or imagined, but are somehow tied to her personal history. The more she uncovers, the more she understands that her implant did not just enhance her vision. It provided a window into a far greater truth, one that connects her not just to her past life, but also to the downfall of an ancient alien civilization. The key moment in her unraveling perception of reality occurs when she is shown a shard of crystalline material that matches the one embedded in her neural implant. This material was found in the remains of an alien skull. The implications of this discovery are enormous. Smith's neural implant, and possibly her very existence, is linked to this long-dead alien race. The alien technology embedded in her implant was not just a military upgrade. It is a part of her. Her memories, her experiences, and her identity are all entangled with this mysterious and ancient alien past. At this point, Smith is forced to confront a profound existential crisis. The life she thought she knew, the life of a military officer on Earth, feels like a lie. She is no longer sure who she truly is. Her true self seems to be split between the identity of a soldier fighting in an ancient war and a woman trying to live a normal, earthly life. This disintegration of Smith's sense of reality is further complicated by the corporate interests of Nexus Defense Systems, the company that developed the neural implants. Smith begins to suspect that Nexus knew far more about the alien technology than they let on, and that her memories may have been intentionally suppressed or manipulated. Was she the unwitting pawn of a corporation that sought to control not only human soldiers, but also their memories and consciousness? As the lines between her past and present blur, Smith becomes increasingly paranoid, unsure of who or what is controlling her mind and memories. The more she discovers about the ancient alien civilization on Mars, the more she recognizes patterns between their downfall and the current trajectory of humanity. The war fought by the alien race was one of extinction, and Smith realizes that humanity may be unknowingly following the same path. The moment she uncovers the connection between her implant and the alien civilization, she knows that the truth is far more dangerous than she could have ever imagined. The memories she has been given are not just hers to claim. They are a part of something larger, something potentially catastrophic. Smith's struggle is not just external, fighting against an unseen enemy on Mars or within the ruins of the alien structures. Her internal battle is more intense. She is fighting to maintain a sense of self when everything around her and within her is pulling her toward an identity she cannot fully comprehend. Is she a soldier on a mission? Or is she a relic of a past civilization that never truly died? As she moves deeper into the Martian desert, her perception of time, reality, and identity becomes more fractured. The future, the past, and the present collide in her mind, creating a sense of confusion and despair. In essence, Point 6 illustrates how Smith's encounter with the alien technology and her neural implant causes her to lose her grasp on reality. The implant, intended to enhance her abilities as a soldier, becomes a source of psychological torment, causing Smith to question who she really is and what role she plays in the larger cosmic narrative. Her journey to uncover the truth about her past and the alien civilization becomes a journey to rediscover herself, though she may not like the answers she finds. Focuses on the uncovering of a long-forgotten alien military installation on Mars, a discovery that plays a pivotal role in the story as Staff Sergeant Hannah Smith begins to piece together the unsettling truth about her past, the origins of her neural implant, and the connection between humanity and the now-extinct alien civilization. As Smith arrives at the archaeological dig site on Mars, the ancient installation begins to reveal its secrets, offering a deeper look into a war-torn past that may not just affect the alien race, but also the fate of humanity. The scene begins as Smith and her squad land on Mars, stepping out into the alien landscape of red dust and rocky terrain. The moment Smith sets foot on the Martian soil, she feels a strange sense of familiarity, an overwhelming sensation of déjà vu. She's never been to Mars before, yet she instinctively knows what lies ahead. This is the first clue that something is deeply wrong with her perception of reality. The landscape around her, while unfamiliar to most, feels like an old memory, one she can't quite place. This eerie feeling is heightened as her neural implant subtly activates, providing her with real-time data about the terrain. Smith's mind, however, is fixated on one specific ridge in the distance, a place she instinctively recognizes as significant.